So, good evening. What's new? That's really what I should have called this is, what's new? Because I actually called this, I don't know, like a couple weeks ago when I did a video on how they tried to suicide Epstein before. And what ended up happening was they didn't get the job done. So then Mueller was testifying, blah, 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 all this other stuff, this grand distraction from all these things. Now, everybody's saying Hillary did it, right? Well, I think there's a number of factors. I think there's a number of factors to consider. Consider that there was a lot of very high elite people that were on the hook, and these high level elite people certainly did not want to be caught red-handed. They didn't want to be caught like that. They didn't want to be caught in trouble. There was too much okay, for instance, like Prince Andrew over in England. Very high-level Knights of Malta, high-level, and I don't know if he is, but his family is obviously the Queen. Very high-level people. Now, also, I want you to consider a few scenarios. Number one, we're never going to know what happened. That's just it. So I want you to understand that. So any guy that tells you, oh man, I know exactly what happened, dude. I know it. I found the secret Illuminati files that were written in blood with his fingerprint underneath his cell, and I have eyewitness accounts of all of this stuff. That guy's brain dead, and he's been lobotomized probably, so just ignore that guy because that's just dumb. Okay? It's dumb. Because you're never going to find out. You're never going to find out what actually happened. Now, it's pretty much a given that somebody killed him, okay? It's pretty much a given that somebody killed him, obviously. But I want you to consider one thing. Do billionaires die in prison? Probably not. Probably not. Billionaires don't die in prison. Nah. Let me tell you something. If you're a billionaire and you don't want to get caught, you probably aren't going to get caught. Okay? You're probably not going to get caught. Okay? So, here's my guess. All right, here's my guess. My guess is that he disappeared. My guess is that he just disappeared. Because billionaires don't really get caught. When you have enough money to buy anybody off that you want, barring the Lord Jesus Christ stopping you, this Antichrist world that we live in is not gonna stop you. Okay? It's not gonna stop you from doing what you want to do. Nobody wants to stop you. You can pay off anybody you want. The DOJ, and here's what's funny, then they say, well, Trump's gonna, the FBI is gonna investigate. Oh, there's a lot of confidence for you. I have 100% confidence in the FBI. They're going to do the right thing. Oh, the inspector general is going to do his report. And he's going to do... Man, that guy's awful busy. Does that guy ever get a vacation or what? Dude, that inspector general's busier than anybody I've ever seen in his life. Right? So here's my point. One, we're never going to know what happened exactly. Two, I don't think that billionaire killed himself in prison. Look, that guy can get another body in that prison. That guy could put somebody's body in there. They could put somebody's body in the morgue. They could pay off anybody they want to at the DOJ. That guy don't have to die. That guy just has to disappear. And by the way, they told us Hitler died, and then the FBI releases reports 40 years later that says what? That Hitler died in, I can't remember. And he went off with his girlfriend and died in some mountain somewhere. He wasn't really dead. The FBI, they never killed him. Or he never killed himself, right? So these people that get suicided, some of these people, yeah. But do you think I think that guy died? First of all, I think that guy was a pretty bigwig, okay? And it was in their best interest for those guys not to let him go. But he was friendly enough with those people that I don't think they want him dead. I think that guy has files somewhere that he could dump off online somewhere, and he could have had them all cooking. All of them. When I say all of them, I'm serious. I'm telling you, all of them, okay? So what's my point? My point is that I do not believe that man is dead. I don't believe he's dead at all. I don't believe that man is dead at all. Okay? I think that man is gone. Disappeared. You ever heard of witness protection programs? You ever heard of making people disappear and just writing it off like it was nothing? Oh, okay, and I'm not done yet. Here's another for you. Are you ready? Here's another one for, well, why wouldn't the coroner be in on it? The coroner was in on JFK's assassination. Why don't you go check out who the coroner was and who pronounced him dead? And the military government agents that were working that looked at his body. I ain't making nothing up. Go look at it. It's public report. Now you know. Okay, so here's the point. Remember something? Remember what the DOJ announced? Remember what the DOJ or the FBI announced a week ago? Anybody remember this? Oh, the number one stinking terrorist. The number one terrorist now in America, the people you got to worry about the most are them white boys that believe in them conspiracy theories. Them conspiracy theory white boys. Them's the problem. We got to start infiltrating them conspiracy theory white boys and tracking their social media, Facebook accounts and stuff. Because them guys is bad. Them guys don't believe the official government story. So them guys is bad. Huh. That's odd. Why would the FBI release that a week before they killed him? Would it be because they want you to believe the official story and not question it? Look, I'm not saying it's above Hillary Clinton to kill him. Of course it's not. She's a witch. But the point is, there are people and things in those files that you and I will never know. For sure. Now, they'll release them after we're all dead and our kids don't care about it. That's when they're going to release all this stuff, okay? It's going to get released when we're all dead and nobody cares. Just like they did with JFK. Everybody was dead. Nobody cared. Time to release them. The directive and everything the FBI said in front of the Senate committee. Remember how it's white people that are the enemies, you know, these white conspiracy theorists and all this other stuff. Just think about it. I think it's kind of funny that that's the way that all went down, or ironic. It's not funny, it's sad. The guy's in hell. Well, if he's dead, which kind of don't believe he is. But whoever's body, somebody got killed. But do I think it's the billionaire? I'm not sure. I'm not saying anything 100%. What I'm telling you is I told you guys that we all knew full well That dude was not going to trial. That dude was not going to trial. I said that right away, man. I was like, that guy ain't going to trial. Are you kidding me? Ain't no way. Ain't no way that dude's going to trial. And he ain't, right? He isn't. But I think do I think he's dead? I don't know. It's like a 50-50 toss-up. Kind of leaning towards maybe 60-40, like no. Like he's not dead. But you know what? It doesn't matter ultimately, because guess what? We're never going to know. We are never going to know what really happened to that guy. That's how corrupt our government is. And that's how big and nasty it's gotten. And it sends a message to anybody else. It sends a message to everybody else. You better shut your mouth. Because if you talk, you'll be the same way. Even if that guy isn't dead. Even if he's not dead, right? It sends a message. Don't speak against these elite people. Don't speak against them. Don't talk against them. All that stuff. So anyway, I just thought I just a quick video. I was running to get some eggs, man. So I thought I'd throw a little shout out there about this just real quick because I thought it was the timing impeccable, right? That here it happens after the FBI little directive is given, after their little spiel about all us white people being bad guys because we don't believe the official government story. Right? And further eroding any trust that we have. Oh, by the way, can I give you one more? Can I give you one more? You want to take my right to keep and to bear arms, and you want to do extensive background checks, but you can't even keep a prisoner alive that you put into custody? You can't even keep a prisoner alive under your protection? And you expect me to trust you with my protection? Are you kidding me? You got to be a complete buffoon to believe that. You got to be a limp-wristed liberal to believe that. Right? Because how in the world could any of us believe that? How could any of us even believe that, right? If you couldn't even keep that guy safe in prison, I don't care if the narrative is false and he's really not dead. The story you're giving me is that he died under your watch in a federal penitentiary. A guy that you took off of suicide watch? Well, he was off of suicide watch so they could sneak him out probably, but whatever. Look, gang members run prisons. Federal prisons, we know. We know federal prisons, how they're ran, okay? We know how federal prisons are ran. They're ran by the mob. The government. Okay? So we also understand though that you can get anything in and out of prisons that you absolutely want, and you can get anyone in and out of prison you absolutely want. Anyone, anytime, doesn't matter. Right? You can get them out of prison. So this shouldn't be a surprise. It shouldn't be a surprise. You can sneak in. I mean, it's just ridiculous, okay? When somebody says they're in prison and they're under the Fed's watch, we know what that means, okay? Well, we should know what that means anyway. We should know what that means. But anyway, interesting, right? To say the least. But a lot to think about. I hope you have a good day. Good night, and I'm going to get off here. I'm not going to stay on here very long. These are my roadside updates that I do, you know. And that cameraman is a weird dude. He always kind of spams my videos, but I'll erase his comments later. I really don't care. Nobody else does either. But anyway, so there's a lot that can be said about all of this stuff. But I will tell you this. Stay tuned. It's going to get a lot more interesting, isn't it? Hey, Mike. Hope you're doing well from Westmont, Illinois. Good to have you on here. Hope you're doing well. I don't know if I can see the chat. Let me see if I can see that. Let's see. There we go. There's a chat. Let's see here. Let me go all the way back here. Wow, lots of people on here. Lots of comments today. I like doing these updates sometimes to talk about this stuff. And all that good stuff. But anyway, interesting stuff, right? To say the least. Sad in the world we live in. That's true, by the way. Satan doesn't care about his devils. Nope, I'm not OJ. I'm not driving a Ford Bronco. I'm driving a Jeep Cherokee, an XJ. Anyway, I don't know why some people feel like they need to spam my page. I think it's kind of funny, but anyway. Anyway, interesting stuff to say the least. But think about this now, because this is only going to intensify. Then you're going to hear about a thousand lies that are going to come out. So we're never really going to know. You know, we're never going to know. But anyway, sad situation in our country, but it's the truth. And keep praying for each other. The answer is to get out and preach the gospel, win souls, tell people about the Lord before it's too late. People that need to be saved. It's more important than any of our petty disagreements that we have about things. The gospel is more important. Living for the Lord Jesus Christ is more important than any political differences we might have. All right, understand that. I don't have an agenda against anybody, and I have an agenda against Satan, but I want people to be saved by the grace of God. All right? And that's the most important thing. Not little pity fights with other people that try to make videos about me. Who cares? People need to be saved by the grace of God before it's too late. I'll always expose error by the grace of God and do what God's called me to do. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to sit and pick fights with people and play internet games with people. You know? We need to, there's not enough of us. There's not. We're in a lot of trouble when it comes to that out here. We're not in a lot of trouble at the end game because God wins and we know that, but we're going to have a lot of tribulations and trials. And you know what's going to happen? Some of the persecution that's coming on this earth is going to help us to get rid of our petty differences with one another. I'm not talking about doctrinal differences that are important. I'm talking about petty things. And if somebody wants to shoot at me, let them shoot. I ain't going to make a video about them. I don't have time for it. It's just too petty. Anyway, but you keep praying for us. Pray for each other. It's getting dark out there. Keep shining the light. Amen. God bless y'all. Take care.